Hello everybody, this is a real treasure here. Take a look at this. Now I know that it looks like an object of art, but really what this is a lid. That's right, this is the lid of an old bowl, oh-whan as they would have been called. And the bowl part is gone, so all I have now is the lid here. But the lid itself is quite special and unique in many ways. First of all, it's made of wood. And this type of wood, now look how thin the wood is. Can you see how thin that is? Now this piece probably dates from the early 20th century, or maybe even the late 19th century. Now think about what a special thing it is that an object of wood could survive so many decades or even a century or more without cracking or becoming damaged in any way, warping. And that's due to the fact that there's two craftsmen that would make an object like this. The first is the woodworker, and the second is the lacquer artist, and a third lacquer decorative artist, the Maki-e artist. Now, in the first case with the wood, it takes a process of between 3 to 5 years to actually form this lid and the associated bowl into the proper shape in such a way that it won't crack, that it survive weather time. And the way that's done is that they start with a block of wood, roughly imagine the giant statue that would be where the statue is within a block of marble, and then the artist, the sculptor carves it out. Likewise, there would have been a block of wood. It would have been cut to roughly this shape, laid into a warehouse to basically season for a year, to dry, to let the moisture evaporate out. Then it would have been carved down a little closer and laid out for another year to let it evaporate, and then carved closer still. See what I mean? They're getting closer and closer to the shape, allowing enough time each time for the wood to dry out, so that it wouldn't be subject to the moisture changes later. After a number of years, it would take, like I said, 3 to 5 years, the final shape would have been achieved. And think about the work, the craftsmanship necessary to make that fine, perfect line. I mean, I don't think I could carve something like this out of wood. And so, really a refined skill. Then the piece would have been given over to the lacquer artist, and the lacquer artist would have applied numerous coats of this beautiful lacquer. Usually there's a black lacquer as a base coat, and then finally, after layer, again, long periods of time of drying, applying another layer, drying another layer, until finally the last coat is on, and that basically seals the piece. Finally, then, the piece is given over to the lacquer, the Maki-e artist, who applies these gold, I don't know if you can see it there, see these little gold elements right there, and beautiful Japanese subtle artistry. On the top of the lid, you wouldn't really see much if you're just a guest. This would probably have been a wedding gift, by the way, wedding gift given to the bride and groom for serving later in their household. You wouldn't see much, but when you lifted the lid off and you looked underneath, oh my goodness, check this out. This is a work of art. This is where the great expertise of the Maki-e Japanese artist comes in. Look at the subtle difference in golds and blacks. Now there are two things being seen here. Both of them are auspicious symbols in the Japanese culture. The first is the crane, of course, and the second down here are turtles. But if you look closely, you'll see that there is not any type of turtle. I hope I can get in there without losing focus. Do you see what's strange about these turtles? Well, see their strange neck and almost dragon-like heads? That's one element. But then look, they have tails. This is the famous bushy-tailed turtle of Japanese legend. A very, very good symbol of fortune that appears from wells and other watery places to bring people good luck. Typically, older men and women. You often see in Japanese art images of old men and women together as a bushy-tailed turtle emerges from a fountain out of their well, bringing them good luck, for welcome and basically blessing them for the lifetime's worth of work and dedication that they gave to their family. So we have two very lucky symbols, a flying crane, 3 happy bushy-tailed turtles emerging as you lift the lid off and begin to enjoy your soup. Now I imagine that even though we don't have the bowl for this piece would make a great display piece, especially if you could have a stand to hold it on, to display it in your counter, or some way to adhere it to the wall, or just lay it out on the table as a conversation piece. People can pick it up and take a look at it. It's survived quite a long time on its own without any significant damages. It has only marks and scratches from use. There are no major, there's a little chip right there. You can kind of see, where is it? This little chip right there. Can you see that? There you are. And there's a few other chips similar to that, but nothing major to speak of. It's a very nice piece, one of my favorites. Actually, this one's been in my collection for quite a while. I'm only now deciding to go ahead and list it here. So contact us if you have any interest in this piece. Our email address is on the website, and we'll be happy to talk to you. Take care and have a great day, everybody, and make it a wonderful one. Bye-bye.